Hello students, good morning to all. Today we will do the revision of lesson 3 Microsoft Access, working with Microsoft Access 2010. Since we have completed the syllabus for first practical test exam and the syllabus for the first practical test exam, as you are knowing, that lesson 1, 2 and 3. Lesson 1, 2 and 3. These 3 lessons will come in your first practical test exam, which is of 50 marks. So now we start the revision of this lesson, Microsoft Access 2010. This Microsoft Access is a package of the Microsoft family. So this Microsoft Access 2010 is a RDBMS software, which is called the Relational Database, RDBMS. So Microsoft Access 2007 is the Relational Database Management software. What? Relational database management software. So the database is of two types, that is a flat database and a relational database. So database is mainly of two types, flat database database is of two types. It is a flat database and a relational database, which is called the RDBMS, relational database. Okay, so what is this database? So database is an organized way of storing information. Database is an, what is database? Database is an organized way of storing information. So if we are storing the information in the computer in an organized manner. Organized manner means in particular some order by which we can identify each record of the database. If we are storing the information with the help of some order, maybe the alphabetic order, maybe with the help of some roll number, or by giving the ID to each record. So with the help of that, so that we can uniquely identify each record of the database. So that is called the organized way of storing information. So the organized way of storing information, a popular example is your telephone diary. So in your telephone diary you are saving the contact number, and that contact number you are saving in the alphabetical order. So your contact diary you will find the letters A, B, C, D, like these alphabets are written on the each page of this contact diary. So you are writing, you are saving the information. You are writing the contact number of the persons starting the name with A, suppose Ajay. So in which page you write? The page which is labeled as A, in that page you write all the person's name whose initial letter, whose first letter is A. Okay? So it will be easy for you to search. If you want to search the contact number, mobile number of Ajay, so which page you will open? This the page on which the label is written A. So that page you will open, and that page only you will search the name for Ajay. So now it is shown that the name, mobile number of Ajay you will find on this page number which is labeled as A, not on that page which is labeled as B, because the page which is labeled as B contains the name of all those persons whose name starts with letter A. Okay. So this DBMS is an organized way of storing information such that it helps us to access the data. It helps us to access the data, means retrieve the data, process the data, and update the data. Here, the database is used to access the data. Whatever the information you stored, you can easily retrieve it, access it very fast, because it is stored in the organized manner. It will not take time. Second thing, it is also used to store large number of information, thousands of records, thousands of persons contact number, you can store it in the database. Third thing, it is used for update also. If you want to change the, suppose the Ajay phone number is changed, so now on that place you can very easily change the Ajay's phone number. Okay, because your update addition is very, means it is here the editing is very easy. Editing is very easy. So in manual contact diary, it is difficult to do the editing. You have to do the overwriting, or you have to cut the old number. But in the this RDBMS software in Access, it is very easy to edit. Okay. Third thing, database is used for sorting the data. Now, as you know, all the records are here stored in order. So you can also sort it with the given condition. If your own condition, you can give it for sorting by which you want to sort the stored data in the database. That also we can use it. Okay. So what is the flat file database? Flat database, which is called the flat file database or flat database. So spreadsheet, Microsoft Excel is the example for this flat database. MS Excel and MS Access. Is the example of the RDBMS. So in the flat database, flat database also stores the information in the organized manner. RDBMS also stores the information in the organized manner. Here, it is also used for retrieving the data or for storing the data. This is also used to access the data or store the data. Flat database is also used to update the records. RDBMS is also used to update the information, update the records. Now, what is the difference there? So, difference is on generating the query. Here, the flat database may contain different tables. In all the database, the information are stored in the form of tables. As you see, in the Excel we find a spreadsheet which has the columns and rows. The columns and rows, these are the rows. Rows numbering is given in the spreadsheet 1, 2, 3, 4, and the columns numbering is given in the alphabet. That is A, B, C, D. Okay, so this is called the tables. So in flat database in Excel, we store the information in this grid form, in this spreadsheet. Here in the RDBMS also, we store the information in the form of the table only, in the rows and columns. So that we will discuss it. Now, but here, flat database contains many tables, many spreadsheets you can create, but you cannot establish a relationship between two tables, between two spreadsheets in the flat database. Means if you want to do the join operation, if you want to generate a query which satisfies the given condition and extract the information according to your requirement from more than one spreadsheet, means from two spreadsheets or three spreadsheets, it is not possible in the flat database. But in RDBMS, we can generate a query on more than one tables. So it will extract the information, all the records which are satisfying your given condition, and extract the information from more than one tables if you have applied your query on more than one table. Okay, so here this RDBMS is able to establish the relationship between more than one tables. But here in the flat database, it is a simple flat database. It does not establish the relationship between more than one spreadsheet, more than one tables. Here it is not possible. So this is the difference. Now we move to the next. The components of this table. The structures of the database. So what are these structure of the database? Structure of database. So in the structure of database, we store the information in the form of table. So we follow the table data structure. Which structure we follow here? In this table data structures. So which data structure it follows? The table data structure. So the structure of the database is the table. It stores the information in the form of table. And what is the table? And table is a group of rows and columns. So now we will study that what are the components of this table. What are the components of this table? So this is a table. The horizontal rows in the table is called horizontal rows is called record. So all these are the records. So what is this called? Record. And vertical columns are called fields. So what this is called? Vertical columns are called. This is called fields. Okay. So horizontal rows, this is called record, and this table we can see contains 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 records. 5 horizontal rows are there. So this table contains 5 records and 4 fields. 1, 2, 3, 4 fields. So that is the structure of the table. Okay. So these tables are the building block of the database. So database are created with the help of the table. Now more than 2 tables or more than 1 tables, we establish the relationship. So that is called the relational database. Now see here, we design our table because we have to store the information of a particular type in each field. So suppose I want to create this student information table. Student information table. So student information I am going to store. So what are the fields we need? First field here we design the roll number. Okay, roll number. So this field will contain the roll numbers of all the students of a class. This is the student name. Okay. So this field, second field will contain the name of all the students. Third we can write the class, and fifth field we can write their contact number with mobile number. Mobile number. Okay. So like this. So these are the fields, and each fields is the properties. Each fields is the properties of the column. So which type of values the each field, each column is going to store. Here, if I have declared this roll number as an integer value, so here we can enter only integer value in this. So other than that, if you enter any alphabet, so it will display the error, it will not accept. So that is the functionality, or that is the characteristic of the RDBMS relational database. So here, if you add here, first of all we have to design the table, and we have to declare the data type of each field, that which type of information, which type of data the field is going to store. Here I have the 4 fields. So roll number should be the integer number, name should be the text, means alphabet, class may be the text, mobile number you write here the number data type. Okay. So if the mobile number is 10-digit number, so it is better to write the text form. So text size is big. So text is a bigger data type. So for mobile number, always declare the text data type. Always set the text data type. Now these tables, after designing the table, tables are open to enter the records, to enter the values in the table. We open the table in the data sheet, which we open the table in the data sheet. Okay. So in the data sheet view, we open the table and we enter the record one by one. So the first field, the roll number, which value should be unique, that is the set primary key. So you will find the key symbol on this field, on this column. You will find the key symbol. Like a key symbol is there, like this key you will find. So this key denotes that this is the primary key, primary field. So primary field means here same roll number cannot be repeated. First roll number you get 1, so next time you cannot give 1. Okay. So if you write the next roll number also 1, so it will display error. It will not save this record. Okay. So the roll number field, the each value of this roll number field must be unique. Means it cannot be repeated. Redundancy is not allowed in the RDBMS, the database. Redundancy means repeating of the record. Repeating of the data is not allowed. If the field is primary. 1, 2, 3, 4. Like the different unique value we can provide in the roll number field. The name can be same, no problem here. Here if you write the first name Ajay, maybe the second name also Ajay. No problem is there. In the class you are saying, in the class you have noticed that there are two students or more than two students having the same name, but they have the different roll number. So how they are identified? With different roll number, they are identified in the class also. So like this, we enter the values, data in the respective records. So what is record? A record is a group of a set of values. See here, the first record is this is the record 1, and one record contains the information of student having roll number 1, its name, class, and mobile number. Class of this it is 9. Mobile number, class 8, and mobile number like this. Okay. So this is the first record, and this record contains the 4 values: roll number, name, class, and mobile number. So what is record? A record is a set of a collection of values. Collection of values. Okay, here different values are stored in a record. Okay. So now next we move the another elements of the table, that is the queries. So queries is in the lesson 4. We will study about the query. Here the query means query is also a table. Query is also a table. Queries means to ask something. If you want to ask some information from the existing table which is already saved in your database. So if you want to generate a query is also a table. So whenever you generate a query on a table, existing tables, query is generated on an existing table which is already saved in the database. So in the query we raise our questions. We ask some information from the existing table according to the given conditions. So conditions what we have specified. Suppose we want to generate a query on this table. So it means I want to see the records. I want to see all those records which having the class 8. Suppose here one student's information is here Ajay is of class 8. Maybe Ajay is of class this second Ajay is of class 9. Suppose that, and or another student suppose here is of class 10. Another student is here suppose class 8, and this may be the result, and this may be the Raj. So I want to see the records of those students who belong to class 8. That is the condition. I want to see only those records who belongs to class 8. So if I will generate this query, so this query will create a table for us, and which will contain only those records in which the value for the class is 8. So that table will display only 2 records, Ajay and Vijay. So I will get the table which has only these 2 records, Ajay and Vijay, and this record number 2 and 3 will not be shown in the query table. So that is the for the query we are using. Okay. Next is the for. We open the table. We can open this table in the for view also. If we want to enter the record, here see, whenever we open the table, the data sheet view, at one time on the screen you can see many records, many rows. So at least 15 rows you will see. So here means while entering the record, see here while I am entering the record 3, so record 2 and 1 is also visible on the screen. So if you want to hide the other records, if you are entering the record 3, so only record 3 must be available on the screen, others should not be visible on the screen. So for that purpose we are opening the table in the for view. So if we want to enter the information one record at a time, or if we want to view only one record at a time on the screen, in that case we opens the table in the for view. Okay. So each field here in the graphical user interface you will find on the for the field different fields 1, 2, 3, 4. So 4 fields in the for view. See how it will appear. See in the for view how it will appear. of NRC. So in the graphical user form, this interface, graphical user interface, you will see this one fit roll number, and in front of this roll number you will find a text box to enter the roll number. Next field you will find the name, just in the form structure. Here you will find another box for entering the name. Second, third field you will find the class, another text box you will find there. After that, mobile number. So like this is the for view, this is the for view, this is the for. So now this is student information table. When you open in the for view, you will find one record at a time. Now here you can enter the one record at a time. Now suppose 4 records already have added, 5th record you want to add, you write it here 5. Name you can provide Lakshmi. Class you can provide suppose 8. Mobile number you can provide 9015 2013, whatever it is. Okay. So like this. So at one time we are able to enter only one record in the table. Okay. So next is the reports. With the help of the existing information, we can generate a report in the Microsoft Access. So means total students. If you want to generate a report on, find the number of students in class 8. Suppose thousands of records are there, thousands of students records is saved in the database. Now you want to filter, you want to know only the number of students admitted in class 8. So that is the report. So like this the different class students report you can generate. Okay. So now features of Microsoft Access. So what are the features of Microsoft Access? So this Microsoft Access is used to store the large information. Microsoft Access is used to store the large number of information because it is a database. So it will store large number of information. Second, we get first feature, stores. Here we get features of MS Access. So first feature stores large number of information. Okay, so what is the first feature? This Access will store, this Microsoft Access will store a large number of information. So many records you can store in the database. Okay, and the second features, it provides the facility to break the large information into, suppose a large information you have, so you can break it into different tables. So suppose so many information of students you want to say, so you can break the student information into 2 or 3 tables. One table you can make the student information table, second table you can make the student marks table, and third is information you can make the students achievement table. So what they have achieved, who are the toppers, who are the rankers, who got the first prize in the sports. So all that information in the students achievement table. So like that you have break all the students information in 3 tables, in 3 parts: student information, student marks, and students achievement table. So it breaks the large information. Second, it breaks large information into So it breaks large information into small parts. Into small parts in the form of table. Into small parts in the form of table. Third, it prevents redundancy. It prevents redundancy. It prevents redundancy. Redundancy means Redundancy means the duplicate data. The same data, same record appearing in a table more than one time is called the redundant data. So it prevents redundancy. Same information. So information of student having roll number 1 cannot be saved more than one time. So it prevents the redundancy. If you are going to do that, you will type the next same roll number in the roll number field. It will not accept. It will give the pop-up message that you are duplicating the data. You are duplicating the data. Okay. Next feature, access facilitates the sharing of data. It helps in sharing of data. It helps in sharing of data. It helps in sharing of data means if the information of the student want to access, if suppose the same information of students more than one person want to access, so it can be done in the access because it will provide the copies. Suppose 5% want to access the same information of the students, so it will create the 5 copies of that information and each person can view that information on their screen. So it helps in the sharing of data. How? By creating the multiple copies of the stored information, and each copy will provide to the each person. Okay. So next feature is it provides the security feature. It provides security. It provides security feature. Means a person who is not allowed to access the information, a person who has no right to access a particular information, so it will not allow that person to retrieve that data. So first it will ask the login ID and password. First it will ask the login ID and password. If that person unable to provide the ID and password, so it will not allow that request. So access will not deliver that information. Okay, so it provides the security features. Next is access help us to create the forms as we have studied. Microsoft Access help us to create forms to enter the data in the graphical user interface form. Okay, so it helps in that manner also. Seventh property feature, it helps to create a report on the existing table. With the help of the existing information, it helps us to create a report on it. Next feature, it helps us to generate a query. It helps to generate a query. So we have studied just before that query is also a table and which contains specific records which are satisfying the given query conditions. Okay. So now this is all for the today students. We have done the revision of lesson 3. Now I hope that you all will do good in the first critical test exam, and for that critical test 1 exam I am wishing you best of luck so that you give your best performance in the exam. Thank you for your kind attention.